Okay, hi guys. This next video is how to draw a ship, maybe a pirate ship, but actually maybe a pirate hunter's ship. Okay, because pirates aren't very nice, really. Still, there's loads and loads of books all about them, lots of adventure stories, and it's quite a good way to really enjoy your creative artwork. You guys might have seen various films and books about pirates, like Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that. So you've got the basic galleon here. It's got several layers. It's got loads of cannons. It's got the anchor. It's got figureheads. It's got the captain's cabin. It's got sails, crow's nests, all kinds of things. Okay, so we're going to have a little go on how you can create your own one of these. Right now, you can be really creative and you can add as much or as little detail as you like. Now, this first one, I decided to do 4 masts. And I think maybe I'll just do 3 masts next time. Oh, I lost my focusing. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, so first of all, when you draw this, you want to give yourself some sea. So I'm going to draw a slight wobbly line near the bottom of my page. Okay, so I haven't drawn with a ruler, but it's more or less horizontal. Okay, now my ship is going to be about this long. So I'm going to do the stern coming out here and the bow coming out over here. Okay, now my stern is going to go up and up and up and up, and my bow is going to come up a bit as well, like so. And I'm going to draw a little bit that sticks out like this, which is going to be the captain's cabin. And then this is going to come up again to the top here. Okay, so the back of it is higher than the front. And I'm going to draw sort of steps down like this to the middle, and then a step up, and another step up like so. Okay, so I've got my kind of tiered section here, my different decks of my ship. And then I'm going to do a mast that comes out the front like this, like a bit like a unicorn's horn sticking out the front, right? Underneath this, there'll be some sort of figurehead. And you know what? I am going to draw an actual unicorn head here with its body going in there. So there's quite often really detailed carvings there. It might be a mermaid or a merman or a lion or something like that. That sticks out the front. And at the back, I'm going to draw some really posh, ornate windows for my captain. Okay, my captain has his posh meals in there with these old-fashioned glass windows, okay, that are made up of little triangles of glass. So I can do some wide cross-hatching to show that there. Okay, and maybe I'll add some more detail, some more lines, because this might be a very ornate carving on here to show how rich this captain is. And you never know, there might be another set of windows here. Okay, so you might want to draw a ship with lots and lots of different levels, loads of windows, a really posh one. Maybe there's some kind of statue here. Okay, so that is the back of my ship, the stern. This is the front, the bow, and I've got my various decks. Now, to get to one deck to another, I've got some really steep steps. So you can draw them there. Steep steps here, and steep steps here. Maybe with a handrail, possibly. Okay, and you can add all of this detail here. Right then, we now need some cannons. Okay, so there might be some cannons on this deck, and a really easy way to draw this is to draw some squares. Now you might want to use a ruler. You might want to be really precise and do this a bit like a design rather than a drawing. And you can make it really, really neat. So you dot your squares here, and then I'm going to add a circle to give the impression of the cannon sticking out. Okay, so I might have one row of cannons, and under here I'm going to draw myself another line and another set of these squares. Again, I'm not using a ruler, but you might want to. Okay, so traditionally these ships would come along next to each other like this, and they'd fire the cannon sideways. That's known as a broadside. So they wouldn't really come face to face, because that's not going to do much in terms of firing their cannon. They might ram each other, but what they really wanted to do is get side by side. Okay, So loads of cannon here, right? You could do 3 layers if you want, or 4 even. Depends how big your ship is. Square, circle, square, circle, square, circle. Okay, all the way along. Okay, right. And then I'm going to keep my lines going side to side. This is a wooden ship. Goes from here. And you can add various bits of detail here. You can add some planking. Just these lines are kind of showing me where bits of this is. Okay, I might want to draw some handrails so that they don't fall off the edge, a bit like my treehouse design. And I'm really enjoying this, okay? Enjoy the process. It's meant to be fun, guys, so just add to it. Okay, maybe some handrails here. Maybe you might want to do a plank. Maybe someone has to walk the plank. Something like that. Okay, now at the front of this, we'd have an anchor. So that's quite easy to draw. We draw a thick line going down, then a smiley face, a little line there. You can add a hook there. So there's your big anchor, keeping the ship in position. Okay, so now we need some masts, all right? So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 masts there, okay? And then this little one at the front. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to draw a thick mast coming up there, 2 lines. And I'm going to draw a crow's nest, a really big crow's nest here. And then my mast is going to carry on up. And it's going to get a bit thinner. All right. Okay. That's my number 1. Another one I'm going to draw about here. And I'm going to do a mini crow's nest. And it coming up a bit further. One here as well. Crow's nest and a thinner line like so. Okay, so I've got my 3 masts there, and you could draw another one here, you could draw another one there. You could do some really crazy fantasy ships with loads and loads of sails. Now, the sailors need to get from here to these crow's nests up to the top. How do they do that? They climb the rigging. Okay, so that's quite easy to draw, quite fun though. So around the edge of the ship, the rails, we're going to draw a sort of triangle shape that goes up, okay? Not a wide one, quite a narrow triangle that goes up, and then this goes up as well. Then we're going to draw some vertical lines, and then some horizontal lines like so. And this is the kind of rope net that the sailors are going to climb up. Okay, when you've got a really big mast, they might have another bit of rigging going up here to the very final lookout at the top. And then I'm going to add some very thin poles for my flags. All right, so we've got the masts, but actually where are the sails? Well, the sails are stuck onto these horizontal poles. And the sail will be billowing out like this. So the way you draw that is you draw a sideways line here, a sideways line here, like this. And you can imagine the wind is blowing this way and the ship is moving that way as well. Okay, now you can build that up like so. Okay, there's also another little sail here out the front. Right, now, in order to make your ship a bit stronger, there's also going to be all kinds of ropes that are tying the masts and the sails in place. So there's going to be a line going from here, going from here, 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 and various lines going down. This is a bit like dot the dot, really, okay? All of this would be building up the tension and making your ship a bit stronger. Okay, now you can add some fun details. We can add a lantern at the back. You might want to add, well, you need to add a rudder actually, because otherwise your ship can't turn. So that looks like a triangle. If I'm imagining underwater, it would go down like this and it would help steer the ship. Okay, now what I always used to do as a kid is I used to draw my flags going this way. But that doesn't make sense because if the wind is going this way, then the flags would go that way as well. Now, I love drawing flags. I'm going to show you two techniques, okay? This one, wiggly wiggly line, wiggly wiggly line, okay? And then a little curve there to show how it's tied on. Wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle, okay? Now another way of doing that is to show it folding over. So I'm going to have two lines like this, a bit like a curved square. Then I'm going to cut back with a little one. Curved square, cut back, and I'm going to end it like that. So I'm just going to finish this off with a little bit of details here. Maybe I might actually draw some sailors, okay? Sailors on my masts here. Maybe there's a lookout here. Okay, and there we have got an adventurer's ship, a pirate ship perhaps, maybe a pirate hunter ship, maybe a treasure hunter ship. Have a go, guys. Enjoy it, okay? It's meant to be fun. See what you can come up with. Feel free to email me. All right, thanks very much. Good luck. Enjoy.